Imagahaga mesuni famagunya Guida numa iguinaita ifamagunya Ifamagunya uengoku imagahaga Nima boksai hulu kikimanya.
When she was born, she was given the name Candice Muna, but as she got older, she would embrace the name her father initially wanted to give her.
My father was walking me to school in the morning, and he said, "Did you know that I wanted to name you Primitiva, but your mother didn't like the name, so she wouldn't let me." And I remember asking him, "What does that mean?" because it sounded so strange and unique to me. And he said it means ancient woman or first woman. And he said, "Never forget your indigenous ancestors."
This resident of Ipan is a singer, songwriter, and poet.
Whenever possible, I write it about our culture, our island. I love to write in the Chamorro language and also in different, you could say, dialects of Chamorro. So a few of my songs are written in Fino Hadza, which has no Spanish words. And then there are some that do include Spanish words to reflect that Spanish colonial era.
Muna is also an advocate for Chamorro land rights.
As Chamorros, as natives of the Marianas, our voices have not been really heard in the world, really. So I feel that I'm doing my part as a Chamorro, just to speak up and protect and defend our land, our heritage, and our culture.
The 32-year-old says that with parents growing up in two different generations, it was somewhat difficult learning her culture.
My father was born in 1936 in Saipan, and so he has many stories of pre-World War II and how life changed after the war. He also talks to me a lot about the German era when his father was born, as well as the Japanese occupation of Saipan.
Her mother was born in a generation in which they adopted more of the American values as well as the English language. But it was her father that helped reinforce the Chamorro values and the indigenous language. As for why she chose Gun Beach to do the interview, the place holds special meaning to Muna and her 3-year-old daughter, Gwasali Pearl. She recalls swimming below when she was about 5 months pregnant.
I saw so many Gwasalis blooming on the cliff lines, and I was just so moved by their presence because they're these tiny white flowers, and they grow on rocks, and they withstand the trade winds and the ocean spray. They're so resilient, they're so beautiful, and they're so pure.
Muna is now a social studies teacher at George Washington High School, and one of the things that she tells her students is that their voice is powerful and important.
Growing up, I remember seeing defunto Angel Santos, and he would campaign, and I remember watching him as he was campaigning in Talafofo, where I resided when I was younger. And he was a symbol to me of Chamorro strength, of Chamorro resilience, of standing up for our rights, standing up for who we are and for having a voice.
The message she hopes to share:
no matter who we are, it's important for us to protect and defend the land, because it's our children and their children that inherit the earth.